Did you, Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
It wouldn't have been a time where anybody would have asked me about somebody and I would have been like, I would have been like, so, okay, yeah, I did that shit. Like, I like to what about it? But the way, like, they have villainized me for being this type of person, it started to make me second guess myself. Yes, I lied to Gayle King, bitch. First of all, I didn't know that bitch was even gonna ask me about that shit. Bitch, she's always gonna talk about this shooting. Why did you ask me about fucking Tory? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I like once, maybe twice on a drunk night. Bitch, you kept catching me out of my fucking mind. Like, even sometimes they get me off the goddamn track. Like, when they keep talking about the fucking part, I find myself consumed in the fucking part. And I'm like, wait, this is not what this is about.
Hey, I'm just sitting here minding my own business. People are reaching out to me saying, hey, Gayle, Megan Thee Stallion just called you a b****. Well,
ooh, child. Let's get into the tea on Miss Megan Thee Stallion. Beggy, this girl has been through it. But listen, she's out here trending again, and you know we gotta break it down. So, Megan dropped her new documentary on Amazon Prime, and let me tell you, folks are talking. The documentary gave us all a closer look at what's been going on with her, especially all that mess with Tory Lanez. So, if y'all ready for the scoop, let's dive into this saga. Alright, first things first, back in 2020, Megan, Tory, and Megan's ex-bestie Kelsey Nicole left a party at Kylie Jenner's house. And y'all know how these things go. They all piled up in a car, and Chile, the drama started right there. They got into some heated arguments, and things escalated to the point that shots were fired. Yes, I said shots. And the court decided that it was Tory who fired at Megan, landing him with a serious prison sentence. Tory got hit with a whole 10 years behind bars, and to this day, he's still claiming he didn't do it. Girl, it's a whole mess. Now, Megan's documentary spilled a lot of details about that night, but the part that's got everybody talking is where she admits to lying about one thing: sleeping with Tory. So, in the documentary, Megan admits she lied to Gayle King on national TV, saying she didn't have a relationship with Tory. But sis came clean in the documentary, saying she was lying to protect her relationship with her then boyfriend, Partisan Fontaine. It's a lot, y'all. And you know, once folks hear you lied about one thing, they start questioning everything. It's a messy situation for sure. You know, Vibewire fam, I was thinking, Megan has never been completely truthful in any of her situations. Do you get what I mean? Like, there's always some drama, and the story never quite adds up. Can you relate? And I'm not shocked, to be honest. It's like there's always more to the story with her. And then again, Megan makes me look at her sideways. Because if you can lie on national TV, then what else can you lie about? Allegedly. From Tory's perspective, he's been adamant that he didn't do it, maintaining his innocence despite the court's decision. He's facing a heavy sentence, so it's no surprise he's fighting hard to clear his name. If he truly believes he's innocent, it makes sense he'd keep proclaiming it, especially with so much at stake. But in situations this complicated, the truth can sometimes be hard to pin down. It's a tough spot for everyone involved. And honestly, can you blame her? Megan didn't want that mess to embarrass her in front of her man. She probably thought it was nobody's business.
Yes, I lied to Gayle King. First of all, I didn't know that bitch was even gonna ask me about that shit. Bitch, she's always gonna talk about this shooting. Why did you ask me about fucking Tory? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I fucking like once, maybe twice on a drunk night. She kept catching me out of my fucking mind.
did you have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Did you, Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
It got folks looking at her sideways. And this little revelation, it plays right into Tory's defense. Tory been out here saying the drama wasn't just about a shooting. It was about messy love triangles. Tory even posted online saying, "Good D had me messing with 2 best friends and I got caught." Whew, child, the audacity. He's saying Megan and Kelsey fell out over him, and that led to the fight that night. So Megan admitting her secret just added fuel to Tory's fire, and now folks don't know what to believe. All right, so here's the tea. Tory's lawyer keeps saying there's missing evidence that could prove his innocence. They're still out here trying to get him an appeal. They even filed a writ of habeas corpus, saying some key pieces of evidence were sealed or left out of court. Meanwhile, Megan is standing her ground, saying he shot me, period. She's saying she's telling the truth, and honestly, who are we to say otherwise? She got injured that night, and whatever led up to it, no woman deserves to be hurt like that. Now let's get into the friend drama, because whoa child, it's a whole mess. Kelsey, Megan's ex-best friend, was there that night, and apparently she was salty about Megan messing with Tory behind her back. In one of her live videos, Kelsey even admitted that she felt betrayed.
Come to find out, your ass was fucking with a nigga behind my back that I was on first. And that ain't right, because you supposed to be my best friend.
Like, girl, you supposed to be my best friend, and you out here sneaking around with my man? That's tough. They were supposed to be close, and that one dude came in and flipped their friendship upside down. On the night of the shooting, both Megan and Kelsey were heated, and witnesses even said they saw the two of them fighting. Yup, girl on girl action. All right, so looking at it from Tory's side, I think it's clear he's trying to highlight the complexity of the situation. If there were indeed messy love triangles and personal conflicts at play, it could provide a different context to what went down.
I never put my hands on anybody. I never raised my voice too loud. Like, this was one of them times where it was like, it shouldn't have got this crazy.
It shouldn't have escalated.
Tory seems to be arguing that the narrative isn't as straightforward as it seems. If there's more to the story, like missing evidence as his lawyer suggests, it's understandable why he would fight to clear his name. It's a complicated situation, and from Tory's perspective, it seems like he wants all the facts out there for people to consider. It's a tough spot for everyone involved. The driver that night, Tory's own bodyguard, said in a statement that Megan and Kelsey were going at it. He pulled over trying to break it up, but then shots were fired. So you got all these different stories floating around, and people just don't know who to believe. The crazy thing is, even though Megan got hurt, and this whole thing should be about her safety, people are still out here judging her for who she slept with, instead of focusing on the fact that she got shot at. And isn't that wild? Like, folks, she got hurt. Does it really matter what she did in her personal life? It's like people can't separate the two issues, and they're dragging her over every little detail. And let's talk about how Mega's career took a hit. She's been through so much backlash, y'all. Like, people out here saying she's lying, calling her a snitch, and dragging her every time she tries to speak up. This girl literally had to defend herself from all kinds of accusations just because she wanted justice. That can't be easy, especially in the public eye where everyone has an opinion. But baby, Megan is a survivor, okay? She's been putting her energy into her music, her brand, and showing the world that she's more than just the girl who got shot. She's a whole star. The documentary really highlighted how she's been pushing through all this negativity and staying strong. And that's not easy when the world is constantly dissecting every little detail of your life. And you know who's been sticking by her through all this? Her man, Partisan Fontaine, a real one. He's been showing up for her, supporting her, and letting her know she ain't alone. You gotta love that. especially when the world is trying to tear her down. That kind of loyalty is rare, and it's clear he really loves her. But girl, you can tell she's tired. Like, just let Megan live. Now that Tory is in prison, Megan's trying to move forward, but people keep bringing up the drama. Tory's fans out here acting like he's some kind of martyr, and they're spreading all kinds of stories to keep the rumors going. But Megan's done explaining herself. She's focused on her own path, and the documentary is just her way of closing this chapter. All I'm saying is, let's give this girl her flowers. Megan Thee Stallion is out here, bruised but not broken, standing tall despite all the mess. She's got so much more to give, and it's about time people see her for her talent, not just the drama. Let's just talk about our boy Young Thug. This man really got blessed with a miracle deal. Like he was looking at years behind bars, but that judge must have had a real soft spot because now he's walking out early. But honey, let's rewind a bit, because we need to get into all the messy details on how he even ended up in this hot water in the first place. Y'all ready? Let's sip on this tea. So, check it. Young Thug, Mr. Slime King himself, has his label YSL, which for the official folks stands for Young Stoner Life. But the streets, they know the real deal. YSL really stands for Young Slime Life, and it ain't just a music label, okay? Oh no, baby. It's a whole street gang. These folks been out here in the Atlanta scene heavy, with folks accusing them of all kinds of drama. I'm talking about everything from robberies and gang activity to some of the worst of the worst. And let me tell you, things really hit the fan when one of the YSL guys went and took out a rival gang member named Donovan, aka Nut. Yup, you heard that right. Nut got caught in the crossfire. That's when things started heating up for the whole YSL crew. Now, you know the law was watching close. The crime rate in Atlanta, ooh, that thing shot up like 60%. Everyone was on edge, and the pressure was on to crack down on all this case. So y'all, the police were all over this like syrup on pancakes, trying to connect the dots back to YSL. And it didn't take them long to zero in on Young Thug himself. They was looking at him like the mob boss, saying he was out here ordering hits and funding this whole gang life. And the real kicker? They used his own rap lyrics against him. Let this be a lesson. Watch what you say on a track, cause they're definitely listening. So fast forward, and Young Thug finds himself locked up on all kinds of charges. We talking drug charges, gun charges, and the big one, RICO charges. That's the type of stuff they use for big-time gangsters and mobsters. They threw down a whole 56-count indictment on him, and he wasn't the only one caught up in it. They snatched up 26 other YSL members, and get this, they even caught his label mate Gunna in the mix. Baby, it was messy. Now, our boy Gunna, he decided he wasn't about to sit behind bars for stuff he ain't even do himself, okay? So he took a plea deal. So Gunna admitted that YSL was indeed a gang and got himself out of that cell. But honey, people on the outside started calling him a snitch. Like, really? Y'all wanted him to throw away years of his life over stuff he wasn't even involved in? Make it make sense. And let's be real. Young Thug ain't even mad about it, cause Gunna is still making him money. Business is business, baby. So after Gunna took his deal, folks started wondering if Young Thug would follow. And lo and behold, he did. Young Thug took his own plea deal, pleading guilty to a gang charge and several drug and gun charges. And this is where the deal gets sweet.
I take full responsibility for, my crimes or my charges. I want to say sorry to my family, my mom. My mom got 11 kids. I can't say all their names, My managers, my kids that's not here. Really everybody that got something to do with this situation, I want to say sorry for just having so much time invested into this, and I am a smart guy. I am a good guy, and I really got a good heart. You know, I find myself in a lot of stuff because I was just nice or cool, you know, and I understand that you can't be that way when you reach a certain height because it could end bad.
He gets to walk out of prison early, but honey, he's on 15 years of probation. And let me tell ya, they ain't playing. So, Young Thug gets this miracle deal, walking out of prison early. But honey, it comes with strings attached. He's got 15 years of probation, and they ain't playing. He has to steer clear of most of his old YSL crew, except for Gunna and his brother. They made sure he can't be out here promoting any gang-related stuff either. And listen to this, he's gotta do random drug tests and absolutely no guns allowed. They really got him on lockdown. But at least he can travel nationally and internationally for his work, so we can still expect to see him out here on stage. Now, why was the judge so lenient? Honey, only God knows, but that judge must have really felt some type of way. Young Thug was supposed to do 5 years locked up and then 15 years of probation, but instead, they let him go after just 2.5 years and put him straight on probation. That's unheard of. So, shout out to his lawyers, cause they must have been working overtime on this one. They got Thugger out of a serious situation. Baby, this deal is a blessing. And if he messes up, he's heading straight back to jail. So let's hope he knows that. 15 years probation, he really has to change his life around in order not to get back incarcerated. Girl, Young Thug's attorney needs to have an internship. I've never heard of a deal this good. The judge pretty much said, you better be a saint or I'll send you to hell. Now that's some serious teeth. Now, on the home front, his girl Mariah the Scientist, oh, she's celebrating, honey. She held her man down the whole time, standing by his side, waiting patiently for him to come home. And she out here acting like this is her Keisha Kaur moment. Just like Gucci Mane's wife. Y'all know how Keisha held Gucci down while he was locked up. And when he came home, they built a whole empire together. Well, Mariah's out here manifesting that same love story.
Daddy, am I your baby?
Let's just make some means so I can get on this shit. For our family and our friends, I want to thank you for Jeff and our relationship. I want to thank you for covering us with the blood of Jesus, protecting us, keeping us safe every day. This has really been a long time, and it has been really hard. But I'm appreciative that you kept showing up for me and supporting me. There was people who was telling me I would never see him again. There was people who was laughing at me and laughing at this situation, making fun of us. And this shit's so fucking crazy, man. It's supposed to be a prayer. Hold on. Thank you, God. And amen. Now back to you. All you motherfuckers who doubted me and doubted this shit and said this nigga was never coming back, fuck all y'all. What you gonna say now, bitch?
But let's be real. This type of prison romance ain't always cute. A lot of young girls think it's goals, but baby, it's not. It's a lot of heartache and struggle. But hey, if they're happy, more power to them. So that's a wrap on today's tea. Don't forget to subscribe to VibeWire and spill your thoughts in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this whole Megan and Tory drama. And remember, boo, hit that subscribe button because I'm watching this subscriber count. Bye, babes.